Ndati to take us through the...
Okay, just a moment. All right, thank you very much, and Adil Tebeli and all the co-owners. Greatly blessed. Every Sunday is actually totally different opportunity for us to actually go through and see the amazing growth that our company has been blessed. It's just 3 days when we actually officially debuted on La Token Exchange, and that is a big difference from what actually the company has done. So this company is the very fastest growing and disruptive company, starting officially when it was incorporated in the United States. You can remember when the journey started around March, and then in April, we got all the incorporation details. And from that time up to now, we have actually been able to do amazingly, very powerfully, looking at all the different events and compared with all the different developments in every different African country that you are in. There's never been an opportunity that will ever compare with Weownomy, the Weownomy ecosystem, and what it is and what it's evolving. And just listening to all of your different conversations in the groups, I realized that there's so much lack of, research and understanding and researching and better understanding where we are and what it means to you and what it means for Africa, what it means globally. It's something very powerful. And so today, you're going to learn as much very important news, which again is so critical for Weons. It's so critical for the Weons ecosystem. And again, also for you. Of all the different discussions that I've seen in the group, I thought that I should try and bring up something very important to articulate to you, that there is no currency in the African continent that beats Weons, number one. Number two, there is no cryptocurrency in the whole continent in Africa that is closer to Weons. Number three, what you see and all the connections that I have for you who maybe may not know, the World Director, World Peace Ambassador, I am now bringing the best of the best. And that is going to shock you, because what people have not critically understood the potential of cryptocurrency, it is changing with the introductions of Weons. I remember, I think some of the comments, but 2, 3, 4 months when we were starting and I was introducing Weons, and most of the people were saying, how can you talk of Weons which does not have any value? Now, the biggest problem, and I want to repeat it, and I want to be very gentle when I'm explaining this critical process of where we are and how we are coming in, and I can see a great deal of number of people now will start to shut up when they see the big money coming in. But I want to warn you first and make you understand that don't excuse yourself because of ignorance, because the opportunity that God gives you can be replaced by another person who will take it seriously. All those insults that you're making, there's some people who reach out to me with big money and they're laughing and they're saying, we are ready. And my passion is always to make sure I position you. But if you're not blessed, something, a blessing is like wind. It blows on your face. You laugh, you insult, and someone else tomorrow will take it. And you will be like, oh, I was a Weownomer, but this thing is now belonging to another person. It's because of your own making. I told you that one thing, Weownomy is unstoppable. Where we have reached, there is no company in the history of the world that has taken great strides within few months, get itself listed, get itself, you saw on the Weownomy chart app launch, have an ecosystem of a social media platform, an ecosystem that includes a bank, an ecosystem that includes Weownomy Pay wallet, an ecosystem that includes Weownomy Web, and a zero-cost marketplace, which is a zero-cost economy. And that brings a lot of great minds, great wealth comes to those ones who are humbled. And when we repeat and say that we are building a culture of kindness, and if you don't fit in the culture of kindness, I'm telling you, it will be taken away from you and another person will take it. So be very, very careful how you project, how you talk. You may think that you're hurting the CEO. The CEO, I talk to big people and they are just pleading. We want to get in. And today you will see how much they're putting in Weownomy. And I knew it from the beginning. And I actually told some co-owners at one time, they were talking of over $8 billion, but I was not quick because I was building with you an ecosystem. Now the ecosystem, people can see the value of that, of Weowns, and everyone now is taking Weownomy so seriously because our ecosystem, within few days, there is no cryptocurrency that has that value. In very few days, people are trading not only Weownomy, but even what I'm getting from Natoken, the whole Natoken community, without even them hosting me on their own TV to start to talk about the coin. Everyone. One, it was because of so much engagement of Weownomers in the Natoken group, and people don't mind about that negativity. People see the energy. And now today, I'm going to explain to you why Weowns is set to hit an all-time highs, why Weowns is going to soar over 1,000%, 10,000% or more. We are about to reach the top of the cryptocurrencies. We're going to be number 3 after Ethereum and Bitcoin. And the whole of the continent, the crypto market of the continent, if you really take time and stop gossiping in the groups and understand the crypto market, worth of it in the continent is $105 billion. And that one was because of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and others coin. Now Weowns is here. Do you know what that means? Please don't regret tomorrow when you are just going to go to the banks to get a loan to get the Weowns, and yet the Weowns, you have it here. So I'm going to give you a clear understanding. So I'm going to take you, before I take you to the great news, and warn you that your mouth is your blessing and your mouth is your cursing. And that will really happen so fast. And don't think that you're hurting the CEO. The CEO, I'm the world director. I can get any money I want, but I want to do this thing with you, and I want you to be disciplined. So if you don't know something, don't be quick to run around with your mouth, because it is just gonna collapse on you. And tomorrow when you see everyone is coming to Weowns, they will replace you. And when they replace you, I will not even remember that you are even there. You're getting me? So be very careful. It is your time. You're in the promised land. Stop acting like, please, I'm unfortunate to say this, stop acting like a fool, because God has blessed you and God can take it away in a minute. So that is a warning. I'm sounding it to you before you see the good news. Okay? So be very careful when you don't understand the blessing that God has brought to you. And if you understand it, then appreciate the person who tirelessly labors on your behalf and investigate that potential. Get to understand that. And then that is what God is bringing to you. If you're shouting, you are just blocking and cursing yourself. And then tomorrow, even when you get paid, you will be the person who will end up remaining poor because you don't know how wealth is sustained. And if you know how wealth is sustained, it does not want shouting. It wants discipline, and you have to be humble. That's why I spend time teaching you being humble, being kind. Because the journey that you're going to start, poverty is not only a journey that stays today. It has been there for centuries. So if you get one opportunity, and if the opportunity is through Weownomy, you have to use that opportunity very well, because if you don't use it very well, then you don't have any other opportunity that people will come together, work together, and build this thing with you.
So ask yourself, if I am on my own, can I ever do anything? If I cannot be able to do something and someone is able to bring something literally like feeding you, and then you want to waste time thinking that you know so much, only for someone else who's going to come and take it away from you. And when he takes it away from you, then you start to complain. And you say, oh, now the CEO is dealing with the rich, or what. It is your behavior that determines who you are going to be and how the project is going to be. And if you are like other co-owners who have decided to come together and they say, this is our thing, we are working together with the CEO, we're going to do the best of the best, and that's what you're going to be. Tomorrow, you're also going to be very successful because of your character. So your character is being tested in midst of the promised land, how you behave. So that's one important thing. And that's why Africa has always had issues, because we don't understand an orderly, creative way of how things happen. And there's no one who is against your success. It is how our personal characters and how we project ourselves and not knowing. So if you don't know something, please, you will learn a lot by keeping quiet. Just learn a lot. But talking, you're just projecting your subconscious mind, and that shows your pure ignorance, and that does not help you. Another person is going to take what is belonging to you. Remember that, okay? So with that, let me take you. I've spent a lot of time after the listing looking at the potential of what Weowns can be across the world, but starting in the continent. And so I want to take you to this important report and then explain to you what it is, so that you are able to appreciate this important report that I looked at, and I want to share with you today, and also to try and prepare your mindset. Okay, so Africa's crypto market has grown by $105.6 billion in the last year. Nothing like what we have, okay? And before we go further, I would also like to just let you know. So this is what we have. I'm very excited. We have people who have participated in this today. So every weekend we'll be having a target. What is our market cap? Now it is 2.6 billion. It was something like 6.5 when we debuted with $13. So it went down, and then we are now, hovering around one. It was one, and then two, and then 4, 5, and something like that. So beginning to get some kind of stability. But $2 is amazing, because many cryptocurrencies in Africa that I've just researched, around 4 of them. I think they're somewhere here. I've seen most of them. This one, Copper Coin, all of this, they're around 3 or 4, which they call the major ones in the continent. And we just arrived, but we're just becoming the best. And with the news that you're going to hear today, you're going to understand that the strategy the CEO is using is because I am humble and I deal with the best. And I know, as the CEO of an electric car company, I know when you're dealing with the best, they don't mind whether you're a black person or what. They look at your mind. The moment you stand out and you look confused, that's where all these other things come in, and they will despise you. But look sharp, look humble, and be ready to learn. When you're ready to learn, you will be accepted and you will get everything you want. But if you think you know more, you are gonna fail. So be humble. And I understand, be a student who is ready to learn, especially in life. Ask yourself, the things that the rich people have, how many take time to educate you? 0, they don't. They just tell you, they will create seminars and they will tell you, be positive, read so much, do this, but no one takes you like what we do every weekend and show you strategically that this is what happens, okay? And taking you through and showing you that now we have our own currency. We have to be proud of this currency. It's going to help you. If you don't like the money, then how are we going to live in this world? It's important if someone brings something and you're able to learn, just shave off all your ego and be a good student, because you're going to waste a lot of time and remain the same person who's ranting with nothing to show. And yet others are going to be very successful. Okay? So listen. And if you don't understand something, ask questions. The issue of listening and asking questions helps to build your mind. So don't create an assumption to say that you know something and then yet you don't know, because you're not ready to learn and you're not ready to listen. And that's where the whole thing happens, and you remain the same person while other people are listening, other people are learning. And that's how life is. You get to learn and you get to know a lot of things in the process. Okay, so we got very successful. We went a token exchange, came on our event, and the purpose why we brought them on the event is to them to see who we are, what our concept is. And that's very important. After they got the concept, it was part of their due diligence, but they participated on our event. Now, if you go out there talking about Weownomy and what, they're laughing at you. They're saying, what is wrong with this person? They tell me, what is wrong with your people? You have the greatest project in the world. You are shaming yourself, and you will be replaced by people who are coming, because they know a lot of people who see the Weownomy chat video of a virtual event and everything. People take time to investigate, and they know what we are. And you going out and talking about Weownomy, they're just laughing at you. Okay? So you better understand that you're either part of us or you're not part of Weownomy. That is simple. Okay? So you better understand, if I'm not understanding the business model, then I should not even talk about Weownomy. Okay? Let Weownomy grow, and it will be unstoppable, and it's just going to be part of the best project. Okay? So it sometimes have to be tough to actually waken up people, because sometimes I keep quiet. I don't even pick calls, because I know someone will start calling me and telling me a lot of things. So I take this weekend and give you a clear understanding. No one is going to make you understand how you're going to change your life if you can't take this opportunity this weekend and understand that. If you understand that, then you're going to be successful. If you don't understand that, then no one. That's why the rich talk to the rich. They don't care. Okay? Now we are giving you time, and then you want to shout and rant, then they will come on the table and you'll not have any audience to talk to, because they will be coming here and joining, and they have started today. And once they come, the game will start to change. The principle remains the same, to help the poor, but it will change because you are creating a room for them, without understanding that tomorrow, if they come in, who are you going to be? Are you getting me? So be very careful how you talk, because a lot of people are happy about the progress. I mean, the progress of Weownomy, and you are just wasting time shouting. And the people who are going to put in a lot of money. So let me show you how we're going to bring in a lot of money. So $105 billion is what is the crypto market in Africa, and Africa is only 2%. So out of this $150 billion, let me show you. Now, like they were saying, for a long time, the African countries have struggled with infrastructure problems, which have made financial services less accessible. Cryptocurrency could therefore be a good alternative to traditional banking in Africa, because this only requires a smartphone. Like now, you guys have Weownomy Pay. It's a big deal, okay? And then experts have gathered research in order to explore Africa's potential for crypto adoption and how this could impact the rest of the world, okay? And then they're saying Africa is the second most populous continent with around 1.3 billion people. So due to the historical issues of colonialism, civil wars, harsh terrains, African countries have suffered from infrastructure problems for a long time. This has made financial services less accessible. And now they start to talk about African wealth versus crypto adoption. And when you see in this bar, they're saying in the raw numbers, this translates to $105 billion worth of crypto assets between July 2020 and June 2021. So if you're clever, now that you have listed, okay, we are on an exchange, start to ask yourself, what is the potential of crypto in Africa? So 105 billion. So that means a bigger chunk of people are using Bitcoin. Now, there is no African-owned cryptocurrencies that are serious. Weownomy is here. Do you know what getting a percentage of $105 billion, what can that mean? And you don't know that, you're gossiping, moving around, okay? You should know that. And let me tell you, business is not for people who are not able to wake up. So when I wake you up, understand that and know you are going to be rich, but understand the space you're playing in. The space you're playing in, we are not just a cryptocurrency, we have an ecosystem. And I can tell you, there's going to be a lot of people who are coming because of Weownomy. And Weownomy is going to change in a twinkling of an eye. And I'm very, 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 very sure that many people who are now selling Weownomy today, they will be going to the banks to look for loans to buy Weownomy when it's $10,000. Because you don't know, don't act desperate. Act as a smart entrepreneur and know, I don't want to be another person who's going to regret. Because many people regretted when Bitcoin came, boom, it went through. When other cryptocurrencies go, it went through. So people benefited. Don't be the one who is going to lose out, okay? So I'm showing you with that, I take you to our presentation again, after that important presentation. So this important presentation is to wake you up. No one in the history of the continent, we were only given political freedom, but no economic freedom. And that economic freedom, when you get it, don't mess it. Listen, ask yourself, I don't know. And if I don't know, I need to learn. And if I need to learn, there's a lot that's going to come. And I need to appreciate, and definitely part of that money that I'm going to get, if I don't know, I will lose everything and I will just be a Weownomy by name. And then you will not be able to get more money because you are not prepared. You're just focused on one thing, but you're not prepared to get the knowledge. If you have to understand the knowledge, then you understand. Like, I've not seen in the groups people saying, this is my net worth. Because I'm a Weownomy, I have this so much Weowns, now this is my net worth. No, they're just crying for one payout. You see how you trap yourself? You're just crying for one payout. You get that one payout, but instead of saying, no, we're shouting at the CEO, but how many months are we going to be paid? How much is that for my families and everything? It's very important to appreciate what you have, to appreciate the time people labor, even when you contribute your money. But sometimes you contribute your money and then you don't get the right person to direct that money to do the best. And now you have a coin. It's like you have your own currency. And that currency is going to, it makes you proud. And if it does not make you proud, other people are going to take it and you will be shocked. You will be seated and say, this is I was once a Weownomy on the street while others are big, building the houses that you are now saying, no, he's telling us we're going to become millionaires, what. There are others who see it and they don't even ask any other question. And so be very careful how you bless yourself or how you curse yourself by the way you talk, because you are now in the promised land and it's very, very important how you talk. So that's very, very important. Okay. So I wanted to be able to sound that. Now, so going into a very sensitive and very important message, as I told you, 1 week in Weownomy is like a year. I'm a world director, world peace body. What does that mean? I have all the contacts. It is the right time. That's why I bring people on our events. That's why I do those events. Why? Because I am targeting. I know when I talk to someone and there is a record of what we're doing, it makes an impact. I don't just look at one side. You understand? I know once you build, focus on something, it's going to be powerful. Now, if you missed out on Bitcoin, don't miss out on Weownomy, because Weownomy is not like any regular cryptocurrency. Weownomy has an ecosystem of a social media platform, both instant messaging app and the web. And as I speak with you, there's one co-owner who's so sharp, signed an agreement, as I understand, with a satellite program with Elon Musk, and he brought it to me. And I am already going to use that. And he is in South Africa, very sharp. I like dealing with people who are sharp creative. He said, hey, look here, there's something that can help Weownomy. And I looked at that, a telecommunication network. He has signed something already with Starlink, which is a subdivision of SpaceX with Elon Musk. That's how God brings things. Do you know what that means? And before that, I have the biggest organization in the world already going to invest. But before it invests, that individual who is sitting on that organization, he is starting. And you're going to see how much is going to start with that money. Why? Because how you build your ecosystem and how you present yourself. Okay? So Weon's price is going to hit $150 up to $3,500 to become number 3 cryptocurrency. We are going to a high price value in few days. And when that happens, there will be a mad rush of investors wanting to get into this coin at any cost. Now I am playing big. I am off the grassroots. I'm now going up to the institutional investors, global. Why are they coming? Because they understand. This particular investor just listened to our YouTube about the zero cost economy, and he was very interested. And he said, wow, is that what you're talking about? I am in. Okay. We started with $13. We had to cut off our value of Uniswap. Why? Because I knew, let us start. I knew once we go up there, the people who know what the cryptocurrency is, the people who currently see, we are past this Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Love. So people are looking and are saying, I look at that ecosystem. People are trading the Weon 24/7. And we've not even advertised. It's like a grassroots revolution. Now, with this big powered money coming in, it will just shoot up, whoop. And I'm telling you, so that you don't say the CEO did not tell you. And you're going to see it today with this presentation, so that you'll be very careful when you're wasting time. And I've just warned you that people are going to replace your blessing. Better shape up. Oh, you're saying, oh, yeah, he has not paid us. Yes, you will be paid. They will even buy everything from you because you are not organized. But if you're organized, just listen to what I'm telling you, because I know. And when they come, it will even be an hour. They will start to pumping. And that's why I'm telling you this coin is going to $3,500 because of Weownomy chart, because of the zero cost economy, because of a whole network of everything that we've been doing. And people have seen that. There's no cryptocurrency that is organized in the way Weownomy is organized in a very short period of time. Most startups take 2, 4, 5, 6 years, but we are a startup, but we have networks. The time we just took to list on La Token Exchange was like a twinkling of an eye. It was like a few days to the event when I told you that, hey, look, you're going to list. And it happened. Go to other exchanges. It will take you 6 months. Why? Because they know. They investigated the Weon's wedding day, and they saw, wow, there's something about this project. And now they have it. Okay? So this is big. And what makes us big, if you can take time to review all of our videos, all of our presentation, you'll appreciate. But if you just take time and waste time in the groups, thinking you just come talk, one time you'll just wake up and you hear the CEO signed a big deal with a big company, and you'll be like, what? What is this? And that's because I go with people who are in love with the project. And I will protect the co-owners who are in love with the projects. Those ones who are insulting and all that, I don't mind. I know one day they will swallow their words. And they will just be the same. Okay, so I take my time, I focus on the things which are very important for the project, and I focus on the very important goal for humanity, knowing that's the most important thing. So about what someone is, but I thought today I should be tough and explain to people the clear truth that your blessing will be replaced. When you're shouting, just ask yourself, tomorrow if someone takes that position you're in, how are you gonna feel? Because they will come with a lot of money. They'll say, oh, you paid money. They also come with a lot of money. Are you gonna compete with them? Okay, you paid 1,000, he comes with $2 million. Now, who's gonna talk? Don't do that. So be very careful. Understand that when opportunity is created for you, your part is to be disciplined and understand the character of the company and promote the character of the company. Many people who have tried to badmouth Weownomy have ended with nothing because people here, they go on our YouTube, they listen to everything, they see the interaction. So they just look at this and they say, no, we know the only element that you're talking about, but what you're doing is the best. So don't waste your time thinking about nothing, Weownomy and stuff like that. It's just getting stronger and stronger. They know the crypto space is big, they know. So you can't even tell a token that removed Weownomy. They just look at you and they laugh. They know it's big. So the only problem is that you, the person you're fighting for, you are now sticking your head out there, hurting your own. But unfortunately, Weownomy has big people who are coming and they have already seen, okay? So it's very important to understand that an entrepreneur is not a market. You have to listen, and the best you can do, listen and listen and listen, and you'll get to learn a lot. If you don't listen, there will be someone who will listen and he will come with more money than you and he will replace you. I'm telling you, and it's going to happen so quick. So, but if you listen and you become smart, tomorrow you'll be sitting with the best of the best to tell them, this is how we started. I'm also a Weownomy. But if you're just talking all that ranting, they will come and they'll take your position and they'll be saying, you'll be seeing them all over globally, talking and saying, I'm also a Weownomy. And he only came 2 weeks, but he understands the project better than you because they spend time watching the YouTube and what, they're not spending time gossiping. Business people, they don't, they just want to see the big deal and they tell you, we're moving, let me call another person, let me call this one, let him come. So you should also be doing the same instead of hurting yourself because you have everything before you and that's how the blessing goes away from you because you don't see. You let your mind shout instead of asking yourself and listening, okay? So how to benefit from the explosive growth coming soon with Weowns? One, Weownocoin is not your average cryptocurrency project. We're creating an entire zero-cost economy. You can buy into this world by staking or buying tokens. So right now, I really congratulate everyone who did participate in the staking because that has also helped us to sustain the coin where it is. And we do understand that our community definitely we needed. I did that because I could have got all these big guys initially, but because of what you did, they appreciate you. So I give you a hands up on that. They appreciate you because I said, oh, you see what our community have done? They've sustained this. So they're also happy. Now at least they come with a measure of respect, knowing that, wow, the community, how did the community did? They staked, and some of you are doing the buys and hold. Some of you have created these strategic groups whereby you want to do the buy and holds, and that's very wonderful. And we're introducing a new program today that for every trade that you've done, if you have proof of that, you're going to be rewarded Weowns. And that's going to be powerful because we want to encourage you to have more. Every time you trade, you're going to get an additional. Every time you sell, you get 0. Every time you trade, you get more. Every time you sell, you get 0. So, and again, I'm warning the people who are selling because I'm seeing on the Etherscan, there's so many. You may be very happy, but the price is going up and you're selling at a loss. So if you're selling at a loss, the company is going to be tactical. So you will have to go to the market to buy it at $1,000 or $3,000. So remember when you do that, and the CEO has told you, you sell everything good enough be excited, but there's going to be a time you'll have to go to the bank, get a loan to buy Weons, and that is a loss. Okay? So right now, buy if you can. For those ones who are buying, for those ones who are staking, you're going to get a very good deal, which I'm going to announce today, okay, and explain to you how that deal is going to work. But remember, because now you are going to compete with the big money coming in, you sell quick, you are out. You're no longer Weownomy. It will just poof, the money is gone. So be careful and listen. Okay? So you sell everything in your wallet, and then you're going to wait. Oh my God, you're going to regret because the price is just starting. Okay? So the best price of Weons starts. And 1 week in Weownomy is equivalent to 1 year. So every time when you guys are arguing in the group, and just know one thing, you don't understand the company. And if you don't understand the company, then you start to talk on the level of misinformation. And if you're talking the level of misinformation, and I'm very happy some of the audios that I do listen, which encourage people, explain to them that what you think about Weownomy is different, because you now have an example we have listed. But I know the example that will teach people to shut up is when they see big money. Once they see big money, then now they will shut up. They will start to, let me tell you, and the big money does not even care who joins. They will just bring it. And you'll be shocked that people will bring it. Okay? And I'm going to show you the strategy today. And from today, be blessed. Don't ever think you can bow the mouth Weownomy because the big money has arrived. It does not care about your noise. You're getting me? It is you who's going to lose out because they're going to replace you. You're getting me? So I have to sound that warning clear to you. And for those ones who love Weownomy, you are so blessed. What you wanted is now arrived. So all the benefits of Weons is for you and the zero-cost economy. The zero-cost economy is the whole world, which is over $3 trillion. So the people who are coming to Weownomy, they know, because I've preached those two things, the personal economy and the zero-cost economy, which is going to have businesses of different kinds, and they will be able to interact with zero-cost products and services, and that is powerful. So unbelievable explosion ahead. The price is set to explode to 150 in a few days, as we have just received confirmation from a strategic investor injecting millions of dollars, which will drive Weons price to $3,500 or more. I'll share the particulars shortly. That's why I'm telling you, you think you're going to bow the mouth with Weownomy, you're going to be replaced. There will be no noise. Even when we launch the Weownomy app, there will be no noise. You try, Now it is going to be proper entrepreneurs, people who understand the character of kindness, people who want to get out of poverty. We don't want the same thing that has kept us for many years struggling. So the time that you have is to be a kind Weownomy army. You have to be disciplined, like soldiers, they're disciplined. They understand and be. You'll not find them moving around, they're all disciplined. So we've been noting people in the groups who have been taking that all concern, insulting me and all that. We know your medicine. At the time when people are being paid, we know how to deal with you. We know, we're just gonna take it. So we'll just continue doing that, but you're gonna see. You will be paid, but it could be your last payment. We pay you nicely, then next time when you come back, we show you a red card and show you, remember all these comments? We have copied all those comments. Okay, so we're very smart. You give someone some time to shout, but there's time when the dinner is served. Then you look him directly in the eye and you tell him, this is your day. You paid this amount, we're paying you even more than 10 times, goodbye. You're getting me? Because we need discipline. An army needs discipline, and that's we're going to instill it because we want a culture of discipline. So this strategic investor is injecting millions of dollars, which I'm going to explain to you. Not in days, because everything, including the deal, has been signed. And things are going to happen in the market. So Weownomy is going to disrupt the world. Okay? Now, so we're going to revolutionize the way how we think about time and money. So imagine earning 10 times as much money without doing anything extra, just by staking and buying coins for an additional pay. So the discipline of staking is going to continue, because even though we're going to get a lot of people who have their money, we also want everyone in the ecosystem to be equally seen that they're doing something. Now we have done our best on the grassroots. Now we are going mainstream. When you go mainstream, now you're going to play with the big. And when you're playing with the big, you also have to look smart. Don't look stupid, look smart. And they'll respect you. But if you don't look smart, there's no time of playing in the mainstream. It's discipline. So that's why the project is begin to be known. People will start to ask you, how did you start this project? Blah, 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 blah. So be positioned to act smart, because we are now going mainstream. Okay? Equal opportunity for all. It's going to be for everyone. Okay? So this disrupts our concepts of time versus money, because while everyone else is working hard for their paycheck every month, they will earn 5 times less than someone who invested their earnings into Weownomy, staked and buy Weownomy, and then withdraws after 8 days immediately, like people usually do when they get paid each month. So we're going to have a unique program that at least we can have orderly ways of how people can go in the market and out of the market, and then they can be successful. Okay? So it's an opportunity for all, but we're going mainstream, and mainstream means there's going to be high-powered money coming in. But the good thing, I know whom to talk to, and I know how to explain to them and bring. That's why we had to do this up to the extent of having our listing on the exchange, the token exchange. So from there, after we hit a value of 150, I am going down to go to the other exchanges. In addition to that, people are going to be paid and they're going to be happy. But I need to explain to you, if you misbehave, you will be replaced. So don't act like a Weownomy who is disruptive, creative. And the money is there for you. But you act like a hooligan, it's not a place for hooligans. It is a creative space for people who want to become successful in life, people who are ready to be kind. So we cannot have people insulting one another and thinking that that is what we're building. No, 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 no. If that's what you want, we know how to deal with you so that we can allow other people who understand the culture to continue. And that's very important. So this is going to be the most disruptive crypto coin. It gives us tremendous flexibility, not found anywhere else in the world. Okay? So our intention, which is led by the Almighty Creator, is so clear. So if your intention is to think that where we have reached is because of our own will, no, it's because we thank God of everything that we have achieved. And that helps us to understand that the Almighty Creator still is the one opening doors for all of these different people to come. He's the one who decides that our community now is going to be joined with over different other communities that are coming. And so we don't remember that when you're insulting someone, you're insulting and showing how unappreciative you are to God and what He has blessed you with. So that the CEO, because I don't spend time even listening to those things, but I am concerned because it's better I tell you so that tomorrow when you lose out, you'll always remember that this CEO, where you don't have any other CEO that you can talk directly, he told me this directly. And today I'm on the street because of my stupidity. And even when you go to court and you say, oh, my honor, I was ignorant. Ignorant is not an excuse. It is part of what you have labored to do. So please don't act like a fool. If you don't know something, now understand that when you go mainstream, it is going to be a topic. They will be talking about Weownomy all over the place. Okay? So And now because we have the biggest market, not only in Africa, but the world, but Africa alone, over $105 billion, you should be the most appreciative person to say, oh my God, this is great. With my 1,000, with my 10,000, or how much money you invested, you have all this with you. You should be the most grateful person, okay? And know that the cycle of payments is going to be as many more, not one, not two. But we cannot reward someone who wants to again take our own culture of kindness and turn it and start to think that he will insult. We rather pay him once with his refund and he goes. And we have documented all those different things. We go to those groups and we see the people who are shouting and all that, we document it. And then on the day when everyone is so happy, the price is up, we pay you and we tell you it was good being with you. And that's your reward because you reap what you sow. Okay? So be warned. All the things we're doing, we're screenshotting. Okay? So I'm excited to let you know Weownomy welcomes a strategic investor, whom I will not tell you, is putting in $3 million. That is 48 million rands for the zero-cost economy. That means we are injecting the whole money directly in the coin. $3 million, we are going to inject it in the coin, and that's how God brings. When I wrote a message in the group and I was telling people, I knew, I was just looking and I said, oh my God. So he is one of the most high-powered individuals in the world peace body. And he reached out and he said, I want to participate. What can I do? And I explained to him the whole concept. I did not focus on money. The problem with the people, they like focusing on money. He repeated, Peter, I'm telling you, I want to invest. I told him, let me explain to you the concept. He said, no, forget about that. I've seen the concept, everything. I want to invest. I had to contact the and I told him, okay, we're gonna do this ABCD, and we decided. And he said, we're so shocked. What we told him was even something small. We're so shocked to say, right now, I am putting $3 million investment for the zero-cost economy. I love the idea, and my organization globally that I lead is going to make sure we inject an additional $10 million. And I'm going to get different people to come. Do you see that? Do you see how God works? Because you're humbled. But I'm not like, money, money, money. You're humbled. What you have is money. But remain humble. Remain disciplined. Money will come. But be arrogant. Money will run away from you and you will be replaced. I repeat that. So the strategic investor who is investing $3 million in the Weownomy coin, he has seen an unlimited potential. He has seen that the cryptocurrency that will power Weownomy ecosystem, the Pan-African People's Alliance, the World Peace Body, and he has seen that it's going to have unlimited potential to be used as a currency or digital asset. And he has seen what I've just shown you, that the potential in Africa is $105 billion US. So that play that Bitcoin was playing in Africa, now they're coming. And it's not only the investor. I have another one that you're going to hear here. The zero-cost economy, whereby the Weownomy will have its own zero-cost blockchain technology and Weownomy ecosystem to transform lives by connecting more than 3 billion unconnected people globally via the zero-cost economy for better living standards and high-quality life. What people think it's impossible, it has happened. And people now are beginning to take it seriously. Now, remember, his first investment of $3 million hits. We are going to make sure now the coin goes directly up to the range. We wanted it $3,500 US. And you know what that means? It means other investors are going to come quickly. You will see nations coming. You will see organizations. You'll see individuals coming. And you will be the one without even you marketing. Because with the Weownomy, once the price hits up, and we're doing something with the Delta Belly, we're putting it on the coin marketplace. Now people are going to see. Like now, all the people who are just trading Weowns. Why? They're saying it. They're saying, no, this coin is different from the other one. So even they don't understand anything, they start to trade it. Now they will hear, boom, hey, the coin is now 150. Wow, what is this? They will hear, it's now 3.5. Everyone will be forced to understand what is this coin. Okay? So this is what they call a blessing, but a blessing does not come to a person who is arrogant, to a person who thinks that it's all about money. It's all about money, but at the same time, you have to lead the vision so that God can know the person I'm going to give money, he has discipline, he is kind, and he can lead the mission, and I can lead and bring to him the most important people who can inject money into the project. So understand that you are also tested because you are also leaders who are going to lead the Weowns. But if you're leading by shouting and saying, I cannot do it because they have not paid me, the others will pay. And once they pay, tomorrow the person is supposed to tell, he will know it already and he will come and join before even you take him to him. You're getting me? So it's very important to understand you will be blessed because of your humbleness. I did not know that we'll wake up to $3 million. We were doing it slowly, but because you're doing it with faith, you're doing it with passion, and you're doing it, and God is seeing that this thing, these people have put in a lot of energy. They really want their fellow brothers and sisters to wake up. But if you run away from the discipline of how the project should run, then you start to project that negativity. It starts to isolate you. You will be isolated quickly. And how are you being isolated? By the people who now start to bring in high-powered money. Because someone will tell you, no, don't tell me that. The coin is now 150. Why are you talking like that? You will not explain. You will continue saying, it's a scam, and the coin is at 1,000. It's a scam, They'll look at you and they say, what is your problem? And you will fizzle out. Be part of what you agreed on from the beginning, and you are going to be successful. If you don't understand something, learn. If you don't get to understand it, go through the videos, because the people who are coming are seeing the same videos like this one that I'm presenting to you, and they are appreciating. Okay? So the zero-cost economy is going to revolutionize how people around the world do business together with one another. That is the biggest ecosystem that even Bitcoin does not have. That even all of these other different cryptocurrencies, and including our social media that is launching on the 14th, that is big. It is your social media. You are the boss. Now you report on duty to start to shoot your own business. Oh my God. But I'm telling you now, the difference is you shoot it, someone is picking it from you. And tomorrow is going to champion it. Okay? So that is the difference. Wealth distribution made easy. Okay? We are doing our best way. We are going to have a balanced approach of how we bring the high-powered money, but again, we allow our people to continue doing the staking so that you look like you're also doing something. We allow our people to continue to buy and hold because you're going to benefit. This is your business. So when a business grows, you're going to get a lot of people. You'll even see nations coming, passing laws, like the way El Salvador, they passed law that they want to use Bitcoin. People, the countries will be passing law to say, no, we want to use Weowns. You're going to benefit. So look at the bigger picture. Don't look at your stomach alone because it blinds you. Look at the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is going to solve everything. That's what I do. When I do something, when I do a project, and I was so excited knowing that, wow, we have listed. That listing is now triggering a lot of people to appreciate us. And those people now are beginning to say, wow, now this coin is going to go up. How do I participate? And when they come, they will not stop. And we have the knowledge and we bring it. And when they come, they get to know that. And that's very important. Okay. So it's a global reach. The Weown is all over the world. Zero cost transaction. Weown means that anything that will be in the zero cost economy does not need to have any other means of transactions. You don't have to need to pay anything. Indirectly, the zero cost transaction done in Weowns will settle everything. You just simply go take the product or services, but the person who's providing you the product or services bills the Weown. And that's how this thing is going to be very powerful. That's the uniqueness of our cryptocurrency. It's a new global wealth distribution that allows everyone on earth an equal opportunity for success. If you want to become rich, have something that solves problems for everyone. And that's what we've done by having 100% free marketplace. This idea started by the initiative of the debt-free program, which now is part of the zero-cost economy, which now the first investor is putting $3 million and is following up with $10 million. Ideas are the most powerful thing. If your idea can fit into shaping different other businesses, that idea is powerful. That's where we are. Weowns is not there just because it is a speculative cryptocurrency. It is there, even the way it has been described, because of what it leads an ecosystem. And that ecosystem is starting to unveil itself. And that's why money follows what is going to create a big impact globally. Okay? So now that we know that we have the powerful social media platform, Weownomy Chat, which is coming, Weownomy Web, just like Facebook, and integrating it with the zero-cost economy, integrating it with the debt-free personal economic security program, builds the whole uniqueness, okay, and allows capital distribution to millions of users, enabling them to benefit in a free marketplace and financial security program. Okay, that is the most powerful thing. And that's what I really talked about in the book that I released, The New Future of Money. And I would like everyone at least to have it. I'm going to make sure that we can ship as many of those books. It shows you the whole concept of what we have right now. I started with the book, and now from the book, I've implemented a great deal of all of those different ideas to what we see today as Weownomy, to what we see today as Weowns, to what we see today as Weownomy Chat, Web, and everything that we do was part of the new future of money. And that new future of money should include a zero-cost economy that allows every individual to have anything he or she wants, and that way it powers the currency to be powerful. Okay? And this it's going to be a very wonderful global movement for economic justice. And so that means you enable a system that allows the educated and the non-educated to easily have that opportunity to be able to have money, to be able to have a good way to interact with the marketplace that allows them to be successful. And that's very powerful. So that's why we're saying we have a social media platform that will allow users who can be paid just for logging in, signing up, in and out, go in even for clicking, commenting, and stuff like that. Others who are very more knowledgeable, they can put their content in there, music, any other content, articles, and stuff like that, businesses. And it actually makes everyone equal at some level of the participation. If you want to participate in your local language, good. You want to participate in any way, you're still going to be rewarded. So that's very, very, very important. Now, it's very important that our whole company, the whole foundation is all about the personal economic security program. So that means an individual well-being financially is the most pivotal point of why we have now the Weowns. The reason the Weowns is there, it's because it's going to allow you to be successful. And you need to know, and you need to appreciate, and you need to champion for your Weowns, because your Weowns, it means if you lose your job today, you have something you're going to follow. Okay? Because it is going to be used in your daily life, and it's going to protect you. And you need to know that from the beginning. So it's very, very important you understand that. Okay? So, and it's very important that we have 45,000 people who participated in the staking program. You'll see how that is going to come through for you. We have that arrangement. I had saw quite a lot of people commenting about how they want to be paid and stuff like that. I mean, you're dealing with a revolutionary global CEO who sees things differently in a global perspective. I don't look at it on an individual perspective, I look at it on a global perspective. And when I issue a response or a solution, it's based on a global perspective, because it's going to also help other ones who are coming, to join you. And it's very, very important. Okay. So capital ownership means providing you a very good opportunity so that when you wake up every day, you're able to look in the eyes of your children, your family, and they're all happy. You're all happy because you have something practically that makes you happy, and that is capital ownership, using the Weownomy network for social good, driven by charity and kindness to help people in need around the world. And it's not just about donations, it's more about training you as a disruptive entrepreneur. You may not want to be an entrepreneur, but a level of knowledge to understand, so that even as an individual, when you get money, you understand. That's why we wanted to really scale it down on starting with a way that will allow you to be disciplined and understand how money is used. It's not just like a gift. Yes, it is your money. You are a co-owner, but you also have to have that knowledge of how you can build your personal wealth, and using our whole ecosystem so that you can train others. It's all about training one another. And that's very, very important with this solution. And building a positive future for the world's poorest. Now, when you don't have anything, you literally are like mentally confused. And that's why most of these insults and all of these statements go through, because you are like you're stripped, you have nothing. So we have to create and build a positive future to show you this is the way. And if you're building a positive future, it's like you are in a hospital, they sedate you so that you respond to treatment. So the same thing in life. If someone is the poorest, you need to sedate him and make sure that you build this process. But if you leave him and he's shouting without going through the sedation, he will not take the treatment that helps him to build the wealth that he wants. And that's what I've been looking at it. And now it needs to, there's some individuals who are smart enough, who can understand the process. There's some who do not. And those ones have to pass through the sedation process, like in an hospital, to be administered treatment so that they get to understand. Then when they wake up, they will be, happy that, now I'm getting it. I'm healed, and now I can embrace what is in the promised land. Because in the promised land, there's no shouting, it's discipline, and you will be shown everything that is yours, your own share and stuff like that. But while we're processing, others are keeping quiet and you're shouting. So we need to sedate you, put you in a clear position, and then you wake up when you are now a proper person who is ready to lead a revolution, because we can't lead a revolution with stubborn people. Okay. So 100% social impact, every cent goes back to the community and debt-free. So absolutely, with the zero-cost economy, we'll be able to do a great deal. And that's very, very important that we have something that we are building to really help you come through successfully, okay? And with what we're bringing in, it's not just a social media whereby you're going to have your phone and you just go. It's the next evolution of social media that pays you for using it in a very much practical way. It has a very unique zero-cost economy on top of just the normal paying for surfing and stuff like that. But again, introducing the free marketplace for social networking that opens up all the opportunity to enable the poor share in its success, okay? Because when you have gone through a situation where you have no hope, whereby everything is all about struggle, it affects your mental health and the way you really focus on things, and it affects a lot of things. So this is the opportunity that we want to make sure that you also allow to be cooperative when you're getting out of that process to become successful, because to become successful needs a lot of discipline. For someone to trust you like what they've done, to say, I'm putting in $3 million, he's not putting in money, he trusts your character. And most of us in the African continent, it has been a big issue, someone to trust you, okay? So when he trusts you, like when you guys trusted and you staked in, and we pulled the Weowns, we listed the Weowns, see what is happening. It is now opening opportunities for you because of your staking participation. And because of your staking participation, it's giving you dignity and people get to understand. But now what is now becoming a disappointment is that people don't understand, even they don't even go to the internet to do just a simple research. How many companies are like Weownomy that have listed a coin to even say, oh, before I shout, do I know the potential of Weownomy? You don't know. You just go out and you just, start talking things. You don't really take time to, analyze and say, just look at other communities, how they're very powerful, how they champion their own coin, because that coin builds their wealth. The people who have been with Bitcoin are so successful and they've attracted a lot of people. And now people are beginning to come to Weownomy and Weowns. So because of Weowns, so Weowns will be a gateway for people to come into Weownomy, okay? Why? Because it's a high value, zero cost coin, and it allows a lot of people to come through, okay? So it's more important about the Weowns builds the capital ownership, which will develop a lot of communities. A lot of communities are going to really see. If you guys can picture what Weowns can do beyond on your own selves, and you picture what Weowns can do, there is always statistics that all Africans depend on $1 per day and stuff. Now you have your own Weowns, which can increase from $2 to as much that I've just told you. What is that potential? What does that mean for the whole continent of Africa? It's a big opportunity. It is going to change communities, developing communities, and can lead to a better quality of life for individuals and families, but few people have access to it. You guys are very few who have now access to Weowns, but it's going to grow and go to as many people as possible across the continent, across the world. Why? Because of the zero-cost economy ecosystem, and because of what we have. We're using social media to actually build that, and that's going to be very powerful. Starting on the 14th, when we go live with the apps, and now even before the 14th, we're starting to get this money. It's just going to be very powerful, okay? So it's very important you count your blessings and understand it. The problem, you have something in your hands and you don't understand it, and you start to criticize it. But I've told you, there will be someone who's going to take it off from you, and he will make you understand it. And it will be too late because he's taking it from you. So this is the time, I'm telling you, I have a lineup of high-powered people, because as a world director on the World Peace Body, they are coming in already, one of them. And if you can know the position they hold, you will be so shocked to say, these are the people who are embracing Weownomy. Okay? So count yourself that you're blessed and understand and say, this Weon is for me and this Weon is for global humanity. It's bigger than you. Okay? So when you're talking, understand that what I'm shouting at is bigger than me. I need to act like a co-owner. How many shareholders do you see in the world shouting? How many co-owners in the world do you see shouting, going all over the place? They will say, you're not even a co-owner. Do you really understand the potential of what you have? Educate yourself before you embarrass yourself when you go out talking without understanding why is Weownomy on the token? Why is the CEO a world director and a world peace ambassador? And why in a very short period of time, we have strategic investors coming? If you don't get to understand that quickly, then understand now that we are moving from the grassroots, we are going mainstream. And when you go mainstream, you saw the Weownomy chat people, developing team, they were here, very excited, and you're not excited. Oh my God, you are giving away your blessings to other people. Actually, it belongs to everyone globally, but unfortunately, you as the pioneer, you should be the person whom everyone will call a hero tomorrow. Okay? So remember that. You project yourself as a co-owner, look at how other businesses where co-owners are and how they handle communication. You have a great deal of freedom because we're dealing with a social media platform, but remember the responsibility of a disruptive company is not to just feed you, it's also to educate you to behave and be disciplined to lead the mission. Learn the way the soldiers behave. Learn the discipline of soldiers. Then you're gonna learn the best way to become successful. Okay? And if you don't know something, just even keep quiet. You learn a lot by listening. That's what my mentor said. You can learn a lot by being an effective listener. And if you don't understand something, ask questions. If there's something which upsets you, understand why, and then come and ask a question, get an understanding. We are all in this together. Okay? So it's very, very important. So our whole program enables the poor people in developing countries by providing them with an alternative means of acquiring capital. And that's now very powerful. We have it on the token exchange, and that now shows the whole world the importance of what it is. So our intention is to change lives for generations, and we're creating a social revolution that will allow millions of people definitely around the world to acquire economic security, something they never had before, which will change their lives forever. So I told you there are two things. If you go in the hospital and for some reason they put a drip on you and you start to pull it out, the doctor will sedate you so that they can administer it properly. Okay? So in life, the same thing. If we want you to get out of poverty and you are not ready to act in a disciplined way, there will be other measures that will be applied to make sure that we get you out of poverty. So that's very important. And so those measures are going to be implemented by bringing in high-powered money. So when you see other people bring in a lot of money, then you look at your money and say, now if I shout here, I'm shouting to myself. That is another way of discipline. But now because you're all alone, you think it's all about you. Now you're going to say something else. Then you'll be like, I shout here, I'm not going to be welcomed. So it's you and your future. It's not about creating confusion. So if you don't want a better future, then it means that Weownomy is not for you. But if you want a better future for yourself, your family, and the continent and the whole world, then act like a disciplined soldier. Then we're even going to rank those soldiers, captain, so up to lieutenant. We're going to have that kind of discipline so that people can be knowing. So that is going to be very important so that we can quickly build that nature of Weownomy kind army in the mindset of people. Okay. So we're building this social revolution for the poor and knowing that it's going to help to change the world, to be able to change the world together, have unique measures that we have set up to end poverty. We need to empower everyone with economic opportunities. And those economic opportunities is the Weownomy chart, the zero-cost economy, and quite a number of the Weons, that's the most important one, the blockchain technology of the Weons that is also going to be introduced. And these all opportunities offered by Weownomy for anyone, any country to become part of our mission and change the world together, and empowering people with Weons, or currency of kindness. So kindness is now different. Kindness in the level of how a soldier is disciplined in line of kindness. So that's how it's gonna be in Weownomy. It's gonna be a culture. So there will be, we're telling you, we will be going in the groups, getting all those different acts, and we're gonna be able to categorize people and make sure that we enable them, because now it's gonna be a huge traffic that is coming in. So we need to prepare people, and they need to also go ahead and implement that. So it's very, very important. And it's very, very clear. So the social revolution is coming to end poverty in developing countries. So, and that's very clear. You have seen that there's potential of over $105 billion of cryptocurrency in Africa. And Weons alone, just in next year, we can really have a bigger chunk. Even when you have 0.8% of that in the whole year, it's a big, big opportunity, because I think we have only 2% of people who use cryptocurrency in Africa. So we can increase it to a much larger percentage using social media. And that's gonna be very powerful. So we also are interested in a global stage, the debt-free social media network that lets you own your world and more. And more, we wanna look so differently, uniquely with the inequality around the world, and how people are going to be rewarded Weons when people like and comment, and which is based on how much love they have in their hearts. When someone likes one of your posts, they'll be able to see other content that person has shared. So we think when people interact so much on that, on social media, it's the easier way to use that to pay them for that time, and also to strengthen the coin. And that's going to be something very powerful. At least every home can have a minimum of even $100. It's just going to make a huge difference, and it can go on increasing with different activities. They could end up having even $1,000 in a month, and that's going to be something very, very powerful. So we're looking at very many different case studies that are going to be talked about because of Weons, and this social revolution that will change the way we live. So just imagine your phone pays you every time you look at it, and your phone allows you to interact with any products that you want to get through the world first free marketplace. And looking at the whole population, 3 billion people who are in poverty and living on less than $2 per day, and look at the whole revolution platform where they can buy and sell without needing any money upfront or paying anything for delivery with just one click. So this is a revolutionary idea. It has gone past that. We have now gone through a major breakthrough to have our listing there. Our listing has now also led us to have an investment of $3 million. That's very powerful, which we're injecting in Weon. It's going to move the market. It's going to bring a lot of money, because a lot of people are going to come in, mad rush of investors. And it's a new kind of currency, and 100% free, zero cost economy. People will be able to interact with free goods and services. And that's a huge, huge, huge opportunity for us, apart from just social media, but going into the space of business. That's a very huge online shopping. And this is going to be what powerful, having the first free marketplace, enabling you to buy and sell goods without fees. And it's amazing, amazing, amazing. Empowering social network, which means every interaction that you are out there and what you do, you're being paid for that, and you know, building that global connectivity and building economic security worldwide is beautiful. And building it on a personal level, it's also very amazing. And you have your own capital in form of your own Weowns now, which is going to create not only your own security personally, but again, also the free marketplace, so that it allows all of us different interactions. So that means of all the Weowns we have, mainly what we have that is a portion for the people is also going to be represent the zero cost economy. So what we have there in the market, we have like 1.3 billion on what we registered with La Token Exchange, but we have, you know, shifted something like 3 million, which is in there that people are using to interact, to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, and stuff like that. And now, as we're going to go mainstream, we're going to put more, so that there's going to be a lot of interactions. People who are going to shift money from Bitcoin, bring it to Weowns, Tether, and like that, and like that. It's going to really be very interesting. The future is bright, and we're just getting started. Millions of users are coming, and the currency of kindness is just going to build a network of users to create and share the opportunities, and a new way to build capital. For the first time, you have your own currency that makes you proud, and you can easily access it and buy from other members without any cost or fees involved in any transaction. So we have, if you guys take time, and actually we have revised our white paper. It's now over 20 pages, and it's going to be available on our Weowns.global website. If you take time to read what our ecosystem is, I can assure you we will have. That's why we need to groom people to be disciplined like soldiers, and that's going to allow them to learn and understand everything in a very, very, very much understanding way. So our mission is to connect people worldwide through kindness, and 100% free platform for global businesses, a unique solution to enable the poor benefit. So Weownomy has created a revolutionary new business model that allows any business or individual anywhere in the world to sell their products or services on our platform without paying anything at all, no matter how big or small they are, connecting people worldwide through kindness. And again, I can repeat it. Our first strategic investor is so excited about this concept of the zero cost economy, investing $3 million, following up with $10 million. We are in a very wonderful space. It shows that we're going to have a huge blessing. And if we have over that amount, and again, there's another investor, another program that is coming in big, powerful. It's going to change everything. And that's going to be very powerful. So in addition to the staking business, shortly, we're going to introduce something again, big, powerful. That again is going to be amazing. And that's so powerful. Why? Because as a world director and the World Peace Body, we have all the contacts. And when you have all the contacts at the timing, at the best timing right now, it helps us. It helps you. And that's very, very important for you to understand. It's very important to understand what is going to make Weowns powerful is the world's first free marketplace for capital ownership. Capital ownership allows you to walk in, get any products or services without any need of you transacting, but indirectly, the Weowns clears all the costs involved in that. So that simply means all our members will be able to buy, sell, or trade goods without any fees, restrictions, or limitations on how much they can earn. It also gives them access to every other product in the world, provided it's in the zero-cost economy. The goal is that people who are not connected at all should have an opportunity for success, even if it means selling something as simple as the excess produce grown in the backyard. Now, it takes me to this important idea that I was brought. There's a gentleman called Saba, I think there's a sister who introduced the proposal. I was very excited when I saw that proposal. And he, in short, he explained that they have signed an agreement with Starlink, and they're going to be able to provide satellite services in South Africa. And he thinks that Weownomy should have a telecommunication service. When he was talking about that, and I looked at the potential of a Weownomy chat, looking at internet, TV, phone, chatting, and looking at this, what Starlink satellite services can provide, opportunities that can allow as many people, both in the rural, to be able to have internet access. But again, it comes with subscription, which people cannot afford, and monthly fees. And looking at that and bringing it into the zero cost economy, that shows you that anytime you could see even Elon Musk coming, because I'm going to get these contracts, and that is going to be very easy. So the idea, the zero cost economy that we have is big. And again, I'm following up with a gentleman of ESCOM. Yes, thank you very much. You actually went ahead and you talked to ESCOM, and ESCOM asked you, they needed additional information. I'm providing it to you so that you can go ahead, just like the way I've provided information to the individuals from South Africa who came with Starlink. That's very powerful. And it's amazing. So when someone comes with big ideas, I'm very energized. I like those ones. But people complaining, insults, and stuff like that, I just ignore them. I know that high-powered money is going to replace them. But people who have good ideas, I spend time. I can even give you a call and we'll discuss further regarding that, okay? Because you show that you are clearly a powerful entrepreneur. You understand that a problem can be turned into an opportunity, okay? And that opportunity can bring a great deal to the network of Weownomy, okay? And that's the most important thing, that we need people who have creative ideas. And I've seen a lot of creative ideas that you guys have written to us, and we're working together to piece them and make sure that we provide all that. It's very, very important, and amazingly, every idea that you guys have brought is very successful. And the reason that now our Weon is out there and people now are beginning to bring in big money, it's going to be very powerful. And we're actually going to unveil the zero cost market officially. So I'll be able to put that program very clearly. We're going to unveil it immediately after we have paid the co-owners who want to have a good Christmas and stuff like that. But needed to warn you and explain to you that don't really misbehave, because if you misbehave, we know where to put the concentration. And tomorrow, don't blame us if you see we put the concentration to people who are not going to shout to us. So make sure that you understand, in business, you shout, it will just replace you, okay? So the debt-free financial inclusion for all users of Weownomy platform, and that's very important, the solution of Weon's building both the personal economic security in a way to build capital ownership to millions of users using Weon's currency of kindness. So that is very, very powerful. Now, with that said, it's very important, because it's very important to really educate you to understand the ecosystem. And once you understand the ecosystem, then we can talk about the money and what you guys really are very much interested in. And so that is clearly very important. Now, we are now heading to the most critical part. We, as a company, I did put out some important communications about how the staking rewards for 45,000 people will be. And we said we're going to have the very first 15,000. And immediately we launched in the market. Was waiting for the confirmation. That is very important. And one of the strategic investors has come through, and we also have a very important one that I'm going to also show you today here. So this is how we're going to handle both the people who stacked and the ones who are doing the buy, hold, payout, a new era of rewards program. Now, we're going to reward a lot of people who do the buys. And if you're doing the sales, we don't, you'll do the sales, please don't blame us. The price shoots, you sell out, please. But if you do the holds, we want to protect you, because the rich that are coming, they are not selling. They want to keep it. So please, we want you to understand that. So This is the payout plan for the 45,000 people. Every staker will have 3 trades payouts at $13. So that means we instead initially of taking on a daily basis 13,300 initially, we would like to maybe organize something like 3,900. So what's going to happen is we're going to take the whole number. Instead of 15,000, we're going to take 45,000 and split it in 3. So it will have 3 trades. So now for 4.5 million means, because we're taking 100 Weons for each, and we're going to be able to do those trades at $13. So $13 very quick, because we now get that $3 million. We're going to inject it, put it in, and we have additional money that I'm going to show you how that money is going to be generated. And then we allow you to be paid at $13. Now, we'll be very careful. And again, as the price is going very fast, high. So don't act desperate, act like an entrepreneur and listen to the best. Don't listen to emotions, listen to the best, how the best is. So when you're coming to Weownomy, just say, what are the best telling us? Because normally the best don't tell you anything, but I am very humbled to share with you what the best do. So those 3 trades will amount to $3,900 for each one of you. And then the hourly payouts will hit in. Once we hit $150, then we'll then switch you to the hourly payouts, because we know by then there's going to be a lot of mad rush of investors coming in quickly. So we will be able to sustain your payouts of an incredible amount of money. But we're going to be very careful because I've realized 90% of the people who are waiting for the money, they don't know what they're going to do with it. They're just shouting their lungs out. And as I said, we're going to do it in a disciplined way. And so in my letter, I'm going to write to you, so you'll be able to see when the first $3,900 comes out, and then immediately you'll see that once we hit $150, then you'll be able to have comfortably, consistently on either an hourly, or we can be able to strategize and pay you on a weekly. So that's going to be made, because we have to make sure that we are more disciplined. But there's a very big, in addition to the $3 million, there's another big strategy that you're going to learn today, which is going to make everything consistently, so that when we're paying you, it will allow a lot of room for flexibility to make sure that you do great. Now, Weon's Gold Coin Stability Program. So that's another one. So we're starting with 60 kilograms of gold, and I'll explain to you that's over $3.3 million. And then every month, the company has already connections and have already just signed agreements in that effect to up to 150 kilograms of gold. What does that mean? It means since we are interested in implementing the zero-cost economy, we want to check in and make sure the stability of our coin is strong. Now, this is different. We are simply selling that gold, have it, and inject the money, just like the way you guys are doing the staking. So that's also another new strategy, which is coming in. So as people bring in their money, they should also know that if I push $100 million in Weons, what is the strategy if it goes down and up? So we want to do quickly and bring in that gold coin stability program to protect you, to protect other bigger powers who are bringing in their money, and to also protect the zero-cost economy, because the zero-cost economy will be much more effective if we have something which can hedge all of the different problems that can come in. So it's very, very important for you to understand that. Now, we have the Weons buy and hold program. So now that you've understood how the staking program is going to be done, we're going to have 3 trades worth $3,900 and a date before Christmas. And then after we hit $150, which is going to be quick because we have quite a great deal of funds, and then we can allow that. So what we want to do is we get started with that, and then we're going to make sure we push the price to $13 and then get out quickly. And then after that, we push it up to $150 because we are the only ones who own the wheels in the world. And we can push it as far as we want. And it has to be number 3. Watch the space. Now, the Weownomy buy and hold program, that means every buy order of 1. If you have bought 1 Weownomy, it earns you 3 Weownomy. So if you have bought maybe 10 Weownomy, right now, you're going to qualify for 30 Weownomy. And now with this program that is going viral and the price is going to increase. So imagine if you have 30 Weownomy or 10 Weownomy, if you bought 10 Weownomy, and that means you're going to qualify for 30 Weownomy. So it means you have 40 Weownomy. If you bought 2 Weownomy, you have 6 Weownomy. If you've bought 3 Weownomy, you have 9 Weownomy. That's an individual. Now, there are groups. I've seen groups in there because of the groups, and there's so many people who are contributing 50 Rand and what. So a group, if you buy 1 Weownomy, you get 6 Weownomy. If you buy 2 Weownomy, you get 12. If you buy 3 Weownomy, you get 18, so that you can share it amongst yourself in the groups. So that's powerful. If you buy 10, I know it becomes much more fair for everyone. Okay. So that is the important program. And this program will be both for co-owners and it will also be spread out so that we can have as many people buying. But that is to encourage as many people to buy as much as possible because the big powered people are going to buy as much as possible. So even it's much more important to be encouraged so that you don't sell. You don't hurt us by selling, but at the moment you're gonna hurt yourself because you're selling a great deal of numbers. So now, like for example, I saw something in here in the Ether scan, which I want to show you before I can actually go forward. So you can see on the Ether scan, there's a lot of people who are just doing the sell, and this is not really good for them because when the prices go up and now they're going to really be wondering why they did that. So it's very important that you understand that you wouldn't want to lose out on something that is going to be something big. Okay. All right. So now we have talked about the staking program. We have people who staked 150 rands, and each one out of the 45,000. So 45,000. The company is going to place 3 buy orders at 13 for 100 Weownomy each, and then the 1% completion will hit at $150 per Weownomy coin, and the buy and hold program, the way I've just explained it, it will be sustained by the first $3 million injection, and again by the Weownomy 60 kilogram gold program, which is in total $6 million, and the Weownomy gold program will be every month. So that is very, 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 very important. It will allow us to sustain the price, and it will allow us to get in as many people as possible who will be coming in. Okay. Now, so the 45,000 sell orders will be controlled by the company, and that will be directed to your wallet. So we have 100 Weownomy, $13 price, and the strategic investor for $3 million, and the Weownomy spot account will be handling that on your behalf. Okay, so that is very, very important. And so this is the whole. After now, I've just introduced to you the importance of the $3 million, which has been finalized, and we're having it in. We're actually taking it directly to a sporting account. Okay, so the other one is the zero cost economy payment method for the very first try of 60 kilogram of gold with monthly 150 kilogram. So what this means, the very first trial program, we are given 60 days. So that means that capital, we can use it. And then from there, we are able to recycle it and have 150 kilograms of gold on a monthly level. And that is going to really make sure that we create a sustainable economy using Weon's coin as a payment method. So if we're going to use it as a payment method, we really need to have it stable. And so the best way is we have signed the gold purchase agreement with the strategic partners associated with the World Peace Body. And the first and only one, so the Weon zero cost economy payment method will facilitate the purchase of the first trial of the 60 kilogram gold bars worth $3.3 million. Every kilogram is 910,000 plus. And then the monthly purchase of 150 to implement a zero cost economy. So that is going to give all the different investors that are coming in the coin to know that even when they're doing the buys and sells, the coin is stable because it has sustainability of 150 kilograms per month. It will be increased. And the very first trial of it is 60 kilograms. And so that's very powerful, okay? So with that gold stability program, it will help us to be able even to do the home ownership program that people have come to love, the debt program, and so it's going to really do a great deal. And this quote is always very close to me, that money is a collective agreement. If enough people come to the same agreement, what they agree upon becomes secondary, whether it be farm animals, gold, diamonds, paper, or simply a code. History proves all these cases to be true. Who knows what the future is going to suggest to us as money once we use digital currencies as ordinary. So that's true with our Weons. It's now out there, and it's just gonna go powerful in a big way, as I've just explained to you. And for those ones who are engaged in the purchase of it, you're very lucky because you are so blessed and so much that is coming to you. As I just let you know that definitely we are going to have Weownomy chat on the 14th in the app stores, and that is something very, very, very encouraging, so that everyone can download it and we get to really use it. And that is also going to be part of the new setup of our ecosystem to build something greatly. So that's very, very powerful. I'm very, very happy in that regards. And thank you very, very much. Before I end the presentation, there's something that I needed to also talk about. I think it's from just a moment. It's from Zanzi. I think he sent me something that I needed to share with the co-owners. And what is that? What is that? Okay. So, okay, I got this from Zanzi. It deals with the congratulations to the win of the month, November, brought to you by Zanzi, Joburg City FM, the recap show, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It starts by saying it compliments to all the winners of the Weownomy Army of Kindness for the month of November 2021. The voting takes two, the last of the month and first day of month, the window of the voting close midnight. And Weownomy Platform Corporation and Mzansi Joburg City FM would like to send this message to all of you, not forgetting the co-owners who voted for their respective upliners for the great work they are doing on the ground successful. Keep the good work, and your reward will be announced by our CEO, Semakula Peter Rimau, on our next Zoom meeting. Let the world know Weownomy is here to stay to change lives. We are looking for more Weownomy co-owners with the kindness ambitions. In future, you will be voting using Weownomy chart. So this feature will give you the stats of the results as shown. You voted, and it will allow you to vote once for the name listed, while during the month, you will be able to add the names and comments for your co-owner. So the first names are written, now written of the Weownomy Army of Kindness, celebrating Christmas with the style. Big achievement is a perfect chance to remind someone how talented, hardworking, and deserving you are. A little achievement is a good excuse too. So more casual, you have worked so hard for this. Congrats. So this is awesome. You're awesome. Where to go? Congratulations to Weon's token co-owner. With your touch, it's going to look amazing. Bet you thought no one would notice you've built this platform with a total of 563 votes. As the counting continue, we should have a score over 1,000 votes, and due to time, we had to stop as the leading family was opening an enclosable gap with 100 votes. Counting well, I did well done, and I'm impressed. Here is to your trick. Keep it up. More formal, open course, sincere congratulations on your hard and Weon's tokens, coin of kindness and success. You are a proof that good things come to those who are willing to sacrifice to reach a worthwhile goal. Words can't express how proud I am to all you. You have the creativity and determination to do whatever you can dream. I hope you feel proud today and confident in your ability to rise to your next challenge. Your name may not be on the top 10 now. Work harder. We're looking forward for your name to be on the chart and to be posted on your Weownomy chart, post comments and earnings, just to vote for others who made a difference in the month of November and beyond the limit. Let me tell you who is the next you are. Celebrating the winners you have shown on the way to this achievement. You have earned every bit of the success you're enjoying with us. Okay. So we're going to be Army of Kindness, top leaders of the month of November 2021. Mr. and Mrs. Pepani has 173 votes. I think that is 86.5%. We have Mrs. Mapule, 73, Mrs. Leading Lady, 57, Mrs. Tsuli Lamini, 53, Mrs. Winnie Lamini, 48, Mrs. Fifi, 28, Mrs. Mama Diana, 27, Mrs. Pulani, 19, Mrs. The Lady, 17, with their different Weons. Thank you so much, Shaba. This is wonderful, absolutely. Now with our Weons active on the exchange and with all these blessings of the strategic investors in place and what I've just communicated to you, absolutely all of our co-owners, including all of our artists who did a great job coming up with the creative act and stuff like that. Absolutely, they have a great deal to win, and that is appreciated. And definitely we applaud everyone who is associated with building the culture of Weownomy, Army of Kindness. It's very important. It will reward you. This is your own thing. You don't really need to be negative about it. You need to appreciate it because many people are coming to appreciate it. So they shouldn't appreciate it more than you who was in it. So you should show that appreciation. And I'm very happy, Mr. Shaba, you're putting up all these initiatives to help our people get to understand what this is all about. So thank you very much, Mr. Shaba. That is very, very good of you, and excited to know that finally we've come to the end of our presentation, and happy that you guys have been able to listen up to this time, and that is greatly, greatly important for you. And I salute you all, and remain disciplined and understand that Weownomy is unstoppable. The best of it is that a great deal is happening, and every now and then we have a very wonderful opportunity. So thank you very much, and be blessed. And that's the best of the future is now a true reality. Thank you very much. Dadeli Tebeli. Dadeli Tebeli, I'm just done with the presentation.
We have the shareholders. I'll be unmuting only 2 at a time, and then so we don't find the confusion again. I asked 2 people to come up with their questions, and then I will unmute more.
Can I come in, the little Tebele?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, and good evening to both of you, our CEO and the little Tebele. And thank you so much, Mr. CEO, with all the informative presentation for tonight. We are happy, we are grateful for the work that you're doing. Yes, now my question is directed to you. Thanks so much. My question is directed to you, Ntatel Tebele. I'm sorry that I have to come back again. You helped me so much with Bongu Buhle, but now the problem is that when we try to reset the password, it's just saying the credentials are not matching. Whereas before it will say, whoops, something wrong has happened. But now it keep on saying the credentials are not matching, whereas we have created even a new password. I don't know, maybe how would I go about on that one? Thank you, Tata. That is the only question I'm having.
I think on that one, the support team, they can help you to generate a new password for you. In the case where you tried reset and it's still not working, there is a way the support team can get a new password for you. And then maybe if now also it is not working, then they can pass that to our development guys to investigate and find the reason why the account is not looking in. So can you please reach out to support? They are the ones who can help you with the new password. And then if you still have a challenge, then you can write to my email. We can escalate, and then we look into it. Thank you.
Can I come in, Dadeli Tebele?
Thank you so much, and that I will create a ticket early in the morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, Nadine.
Thank you, Dadeli Tebele. I have one suggestion to offer. You know, the CEO makes very, very good presentations, whereby one would have thought after he has presented, the reaction should be on his presentations, how well we understood them, etc., etc. But what I see is, as soon as he finishes, we ask technical questions on the operations. And Dadeli, you had an opportunity before where you created a day of your Zoom where people could ask issues pertaining to their accounts. So by mixing them with this, Zoom, I think it's confusing a little bit. I don't know whether relatively you see it, the significance of just having your own technical Zooms like you did before, where all issues about the accounts, the status of the accounts, could be asked, so that here we can only concentrate on asking questions about the issue that has been presented by the CEO. There's just that suggestion. The question that I want to ask that Peter Simakula is, this staging of, you say you will allow every 3 staker will have 3 trays payout of 13 for 3,900. Is this per week or per day or what? Can you please elucidate on that one? Because I didn't understand whether it is for a week or for a day or for what. I thank you. I'm waiting for the answer, sir.
Thank you very much for the, for your communication. Absolutely. The staking, as we said, it will be as every time you get the payouts, so that we can consistently. But again, now we have the strategic investors who are in, and we are also including the Weon's Gold Coin Stability Program, meaning the gold going to be having over 150, but we're starting with 60 kilogram to really make sure that we have that liquidity. Actually, it's more of a liquidity. It's like a unique staking program, but it's oriented around gold. And so that is something which is very, very critical for us to actually make sure that we consistently do that. So we don't want to overburden our community, but for every kind of different payouts that come out, definitely we have made it very clear that there will be just a small amount of $10 that comes out for the staking program that you'll be able to inject in. So that's the whole thing. Every payout that comes out, fine. And in addition to that, every buy program that you will be engaged in, definitely the company will also reward you for that. So that's also good.
On Mr. Tables, Zoom meetings specific for answering queries on the technicalities of accounts. Can I hear an answer from Dadel Tebele?
Yes, thank you, Ndati Adamabitela, for the suggestion. Yes, in the case.
Not Mabitela.
Oh, yes, sorry. I just, very sorry.
Don't worry.
Yes.
You are
Yeah, no, I was saying, yes, we normally have those meetings in the case where we realize that many people are encountering some issues with their accounts, which now during the meeting like this one, then people would even be looking forward to have their to give us their issues. So yeah, we will look into it again and see if there are any other most commonly asked questions that may need us to have the meeting where we can try to attend to all of them. But for this one, I think, yeah, well, it was just an issue of just knowing what to do in the case something was failing. But I think recently we don't have those cases where people are more into technical questions as opposed to the presentation that the CEO has done. So yes, if there's any need, that one can be done at any time. We normally do it on Saturdays, where we do the the walkthrough of the system. In the case, even now, I think it will be important. We'll have to do it immediately when everything has been completed. In terms of the payments starting, people will also want to know as to how then are they going to go about converting from Weownomy Pay to different accounts until they can realize the cash. So that is something that we will do, and also try to cover many other technical questions that people are asking. Yeah, so that one we will do that. Thank you very much for the suggestion, but it's just that we were busy with all the preparations for all the work that we are currently working on. But immediately when everything is wrapped up, we'll be able to come again and explain everything.
The final question, if you are done. I've understood that one. I'm happy with the answer. The response is to Dade Peter regarding this debt-free. Is it only confined to your own country, or if you are interested, say, in estate, purchase of estate, say in a foreign country, like maybe say Australia or New Zealand or even the United States, can you, being in a country like Botswana, look at the estate in that foreign country and use the debt free to procure that? And whether also there's any limit to that effect. I thank you, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that good question. No, absolutely. It is. It's for all different countries, so it's not limiting you only in one country. So you can as well just get it, because it's a zero-cost economy, which is globally, and since it connects people globally, so definitely where you are. So what we can do is to also structure and see what limits you can be able to get in different countries, and what it depends on what services. So if you want in one country and another country, there will just be just a laid out strategy of how that can happen. But definitely you can be able to get in any country, provided you're able to get the details that shows that indeed you have that full ownership, depending on the laws there, that allows you to really get it, to get any kind of product or property.
It's because I got into contact with some estate company outside the country, and they even said they are willing to accept payment in crypto. And I thought in terms of our Weowns, maybe that would be a good
idea. Absolutely. That would really be very powerful.
No, thank you. If in case I want them to get into contact with you, or maybe between ourselves and you regarding this business, so that you can explain it to them, because they would really like it to come from the horse's mouth. We being the buyer. Can we arrange that?
Absolutely. And how do if you send me the concept, then I can do that. And we have also actually come up, we are releasing the website. We have really done something around it. And so that can also help, so that when we write to them, we can also direct them to that website, so that they can see what the website is all about. And it gives them a much more additional information in addition to your initiative.
Thank you very much. Will do. Thank you.
Great.
Good evening.
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very excited to see our coin on the exchange. Today I have only 2 questions. The first one is the reward that is for the buy and hold program. Is it for after the payments, or people who have already bought and are holding on to the coin now?
It is for the people who are currently buying and they are holding on it.
So how do we then now submit that we proof of our holding and having bought the coins?
I think you can take a screen capture that shows that indeed you've got those Weowns. I think it should be there in your back office of La Token. When you check it out, you can be able to take that proof.
Okay, so in our dashboards, we will be able to forward that there.
No, and you're able to you personally go there, because it's your La Token exchange account. You can go there and you're able to get that information that clearly shows what you purchased.
The trade.
It should have that track to show.
Yeah, it does have. I've seen that. My question is now, where do I now submit this screenshot of proof of trade?
We're going to provide you an email that allows you to to send that information.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are we only going to get paid when the coin hits $13, even if it's before or?
No, with the $3 million investment, it will hit $13 just within a day. So that one you shouldn't worry. That one is just within a day. It's not going to take a process.
All right. And then I still don't understand. I know the other speaker before me asked about the 3,900 and the 150 hourly payment. That one is still not clear. Is it because we'll be staking more on a day, or the company will still be staking for us?
What we are saying, the company will first at least do the first 3 trades, right, which is what 3,900 that you'll be able to get. I'm communicating that in my letter, which I'm going to share with everyone on your dashboards. And then once the coin hits 150, then we can be able to start to do the hourly ones. But again, remember, we have a great deal of investment right now. So the coin to move up is going to be critically important. So, and then we now are taking further measures to make sure there's a stability program that includes gold, in addition to what people will be engaged with a buy hold program or any staking arrangement they have. Because the coin is not for speculative purposes, it's also going to implement the zero cost economy. So we really want to make sure that it's highly stable and can bring in our people so that we can easily be able to handle such major payouts, not only for you, but for also the ecosystem of the zero cost economy.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, Tate Peter. Good evening, Tate Tebele.
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Tate Tebele, last week we did indicate that some of us are not familiar with cryptocurrency. And we are excited about this project because the understanding is there, but the know-how is what is lacking now. As I'm speaking with you now, currently, I'm in the La Token wallet, and I see things that are confusing me. And currently, I'm seeing that our Weowns is at $1.75. And then next to it, it says get. So I don't know what this get means. Is it when I want to buy or what?
Yes.
And then now, when I click on get, I see that there's a deposit address. And then also it says, send your Weown address. I got completely confused. Then I didn't know what to do.
Oh, I think we're going to have a team to actually do like a demo, but I've seen some videos going in the group, but I think we're going to have the IT team to do like a demo so that people can at least be able to know how they can do the trades and know how it's done so that you can easily do it in your comfort.
Yes, most especially because then now we understand that at this time when the coin is down, is a good time for us to buy and hold. We understand the concept, but we don't know how to do it. And if there were videos there, maybe some other groups that are privileged to get this information, but it doesn't reach all the groups.
Oh yes, really no, you're right. We're going to request the team to do something about it, and then we can allow all of our team members to all of our co-owners to be able at least to know how to do the trades. No, it's very important.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Alapulebele. Yes. On the 24th of November, I staked for my sister and myself at the same time. But what I noticed, I received 2 emails from is that it's for the order number of, have thought the other email should have gone to my sister's email. I don't know whether the confusion was because our emails are too similar. That's why, because now it would mean that in her back office, it says that her staking fees hasn't been received because her email of proof of payment came to me instead of to her. I wrote to support and then I sent it to a payment email, but I haven't got response as to how to solve this query.
I think that one goes
I got
to
the order
Ndadel
number of her payment, yes.
Yes. Ndadel Tebeli, maybe could you assist with that question?
Okay, Nadia. Can I have the order number so we can check? I think to issues like that one, when people are doing the staking, in the case where maybe you used your email where you wanted to stake for somebody, in that case, when we put that into the system, it's not going to show on that person's dashboard, but it's going to show on your account, because what we do to match every staking amount, we use the email because now with the order numbers, it might be tricky. So in the case where you have paid for somebody, you have to write to support, then make sure that you give them the email that the person you are paying for has used for registration. It's only when we have that email and then we're able to put it in the system that it will be able to show on the dashboard. So for now, I think we just need to get that order number and the email you were paying for, and then we just correct the email where maybe it was wrong, because the system cannot send you an email even if it looks similar to anybody's email. It will only send to the email that you typed in when you were making the payment.
Okay. Yes, I did give the order number to support on the 24th of November. I wrote an email, and then I also, like on the 30th as well, I did the same thing, maybe to payment after we noticed that, okay, for payment queries, send the queries to payment. So which corrected her email indicating that, okay, this is the email of the person I was paying for, and the order number is this, and her email address and the ID number and her certificate number.
Can I have the email?
Lihlokwe, Lehlokoe, Teriso, THERISO, 4 as a number, at gmail.com.
Teriso.
Lihlokwe Teriso 4.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. I'll just update shortly. But if you can go into his account, it should be okay. Let me try this. Okay. Yeah, we will take another question while I try to look into.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, oh, okay. You can.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Also, that another query which I wrote for support for the correction of email while staking. You know, for Pretty Daniel, Pretty as the double P as a capital letter, Pretty Daniel 2012 at gmail.com. Instead of 2012, I think we wrote 2021. So the email went hayway for that kind of a payment of this person, the staking fee. Because I kept on asking, did you get your email? She says no. And then now in my mind, I didn't see that the 2012, in my mind was like 2021. So I think I wrote the wrong email for that person when we were staking for her. These are the two queries that I'm having, sir. Pretty Daniels 2012 at gmail.com. We paid for her on the 30th, but I did send the email to support as well to correct, indicating that we made a mistake. Instead of 2012, we go to 2021. So this person didn't get her confirmation of payment because the response must have gone to the wrong email.
I think that one, let me say, because now if I can try to attempt them here, it might now take us a long time. Can you only created a ticket, or you have written, maybe you can write me an email at office@weownomy.global. I will assign it to somebody who can quickly attend to it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And
A follow up on that, Peter, on the debt program. Is it possible that we can be provided in advance with the processes and procedures to familiarize ourselves with noticing how we have missed some of the procedures or processes you expect us to follow? Can you kindly, Peter, assist to proactively paste on the website how you intend us to comply and subscribe to the debt program?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, that is the purpose of the website. It provides all those detailed information and how you can actually, depends on your different programs that you have or initiatives that you want. And so it's clearly explained there for businesses, for personal individuals. And so you'll be able to get that information. So we're just finishing up some few things on it, and we should make it live. We should provide people detailed information in that regards.
Thank you. On the issue of two-factor authentication, since the security is key, is it possible that we can have a push setup where you have a separate QR software where you can then authenticate other than the email address, because some of the email address are with our leaders?
Okay. So you are suggesting that we implement the authentication through the QR code or something?
Yes, that is better, because at that point, you know that the QR will be with the owner of the account. Some of the accounts that we have are managed by the leaders that are assisting us. So the email can easily go to the leader without me not knowing, because some of them have access to the email that we shared with them when they assist us.
Okay, Nadano. What we were thinking, but although we will take note of your suggestion, we have these apps like Google Authenticator, or there are these other authentication apps which normally generate the code within a minute that you can input.
That will work.
When you log in. So
that will work in that.
Yes, we were looking into that because I saw many people who were struggling with the two-factor authentication, because others, other than having their accounts being managed by their upliners, you'll find that others only simply they created just an email without non-existing email. When they register, they just sell it at gmail.com, only to find when now they try to create an account with Letebele, it is already taken. So that is what we realized. That is why we are thinking of maybe coming up with the authenticator app. I think that one could save us a lot of trouble, because you'll actually install it on your device.
Yes, and yes, that's the one.
Your account without having that code.
That's correct. That Peter, the last point on our side, noticing that you have a lot of ecosystem without it is sharing the timelines. Can you kindly share with us on the website the overall program, how you intend to launch some of these things without not necessarily talking to the timelines, because obviously the timelines has now caused a bit of an anxiety and created expectation. At least if you can put it in writing to say on the 14th of December, this is what is not really 14th December, this is what we intend to do, and this is how the processes or the events are going to unfold, so that we are in the same page with you and able to support. And lastly, that we will appreciate on the frequently asked questions, if some of these technical questions can be, that domain can be enhanced so that there is less traffic going to Ndadele and people can do self-assistance on their own. Thank you, Ndate Peter, and thank you, Ndate.
Yes, no, thank you very much. Absolutely. We'll incorporate your suggestions and actually have them on the website. We're actually updating the weons.global website and also just strengthening some of the information. I think the frequent asked question is very critical. Yes, absolutely. We'll also have it there up and running. Thank you very much. That's very important.
If I'm permitted, please.
Can I?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, Mr. Peter, Mr. Letbele.
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you very much for your amazing project. I'm very humbled by this project. And I keep on spreading the word to everybody that we should be very happy with this. I've got 3 points that I would just mention all of them together, and then see if you can answer or just direct me where I can get the answers. I've got a problem where my daughter created 2 accounts, and I went through my dashboard under reference, so try to see if I could help, but I couldn't help. Maybe I don't know if I should contact the assistants. So on a website there's information. Okay, if you can just direct me with that. 2 accounts created under the same person. And I also have a problem where my downlines and even myself, I have upgraded from class C to class B, where during payment, Binance has deducted from the amount that we wished to send, because the moment we press send, the amount is one that we agreed to be sent, but when it reached the destination, the amount is different. And I tried to contact the Binance to see if I resolve that problem. Until now, there's no solution. So, and I tried to get feedback from Weownomy assistant to see if I may pay, even my downline can pay the difference so that we can then move to be upgraded, or how is it going to be resolved? Because I could be waiting that is going to be resolved, but I don't know now if the problem is going to escalate because it's short payment. So I first need to know if it's going to be resolved like that, or I need to pay so that I can then relax and know that the problem is going to be resolved. The second point is my downline is also inquiring to me a lot about the difference between the shares and the purchase coins, because now we know that once you purchase your coins, you immediately own something in your wallet that either you hold it, but about the shares, that's where the issue. I couldn't answer directly. That's why I'm asking, what is the biggest difference between the shares and the purchase coin? Because the purchase coin is something that we own, and the shares is just a certificate. But is that certificate attached to the We Own coins? Is it attached to the company Weownomy company, or is it going to be attached to Weownomy chat? You see, when do we actually start benefiting from the shares? That's actually the main question. And the last point that I have is, last time I suggested a feature in the bank details, because I've realized that many people don't have all the details to fill up the bank details, especially kids that are not yet mature. So they are underage. I've got my daughter, it's 19, but she's not working. She doesn't have a tax reference. And when we are filling the bank details, even if she does have a bank detail, we cannot to say save, because you need to put all the details there before you can say save. So I suggest last time a feature, and I don't know if it's been implemented or taken into consideration, where while we're putting all the details, the saving button can allow us to save the information that is there. And then maybe there's another button where we ourselves can press to lock, meaning that we are now completed all the details and no one else can alter except the Weownomy company. So these are the 3 points that I would like to have some comment, please.
Yeah, so no, thank you very much. I think for me, I'll be able to explain about the Weon's part and also the shares part. And what is happening is the Weon's is part of the whole ecosystem. Definitely, it will be used on Weownomy chat, and it's part of a bigger the zero cost economy that it will be able to power. Now, the shares are also different. Those ones will also be differently listed on a traditional exchange. But again, there are also ways that even shares can also be turned into crypto. But for now, we had to relax the issue of shares for the reason of quite a lot of regulations. And by then, most of our co-owners we're very much in need of money, which now it's much more easier with the crypto arrangement. And with shares, it requires that at least the Weownomy chat is ready. Then that makes it easier, because whatever revenue that we get from Weownomy chat, then we can be able to direct it like in terms of dividends and something like that. So that becomes easier, and it makes everything much more easier. So we will be rolling them out strategically, but for now, the main one is the coin. And so those coins are also issued depending on the class of shares that you have in the different ratios. If you're class B, class C, class D, and class A. Yeah, that is it. But the other questions, I think, and a little bit, if you took note of them, he's the one who's going to assist to really help you in with the all technical ones. Yeah.
Okay.
That little bit.
Yes, Ndade. On the question about the banking details, where we can have an option to save and then lock. That one might be a bit tricky, but is something that can be doable. What do we? There's somebody who asked, who made a suggestion about some authentication in the app other than the email. What we are trying to put into place, the security measures. This one of the authenticator, we are trying possible ways to ensure that the shareholders have full access to their email, to their accounts, without finding yourselves now not knowing whether somebody else is accessing the same your account. So with the security features that we are putting in place, more especially the authenticator app, that one we will know. Nobody will ever log into your account without that code. Not unless they can have access to your device, then that one is a different story. So yes, we will do our best, because now the stage at which we are is very critical. People will take advantage of others who might not be knowledgeable. And then now people start to say, I had received my money, but now it's out of my account. Or now somebody has paid only to find the address was changed to something else. So we are really trying to put more effort on ensuring that we secure people's accounts. And
Okay.
I think we'll come up with the report. We have tried several attempts, several methods. Others are challenging, but we will come up with a solid plan that will communicate immediately when it is done.
Okay.
Yes.
A question, please.
About the short payments, how do we resolve it, please?
Or in the case where you have an underpayment, I think with the underpayments, there's a range. There's an acceptable range which we normally ignore.
Okay.
In the case where somebody has paid around $8 and $9 to $10, you'll find that creating an invoice for $1 is really not helping. But for somebody, there are people who paid 10 cents, others 20 cents. That one, you have to do it all over again. But somebody who paid around $5, yeah, we can. The resolution to that, we can generate an invoice which you can be able to settle.
Okay, I sent all the proof, even the proof of my pressing the button to send the correct amount, the proof of the amount that reached the merchant, and all the information is there. So I just needed to know if I need to pay or it's going to be resolved. Yeah, but we have been waiting now for 2 weeks or 3. My downline also waiting, and we don't get any, at least any feedback, any communication would be appreciated.
Yeah, I think the other thing which I think we should communicate is, with the staking, we are receiving so many queries. We have around, just let me just say, on my email I have around 60,000, close to 70,000 emails.
Wow.
So yeah, many of them I will filter like those requests. So now you find that to get to respond to all the queries, sometimes I have to invite somebody who we can work together on them, and it still takes a very long time to end up reaching everybody.
Yeah. I understand.
A question, please.
Thank you.
A question, please.
Hello.
And yes, my question is, I have paid the staking fee for about 10 co-owners, and I just needed to know if you've received that, then you acknowledge it so that you can update their account. And I have put in each one of their back office, they have put the order code so that it refers you or the IT team back to my profile to see the proof of payment and the list of co-owners. Can I perhaps give you the order code for you to confirm or check for me?
I think if have you created a ticket or you send me an email, because the best way would be a ticket. That way, there is a team that is capturing that information in the case where there is a team that is capturing that those lists of where people have paid for others. So if you can maybe create a ticket, because on my email, like I said, we are trying our best to make sure that we cover as many people as possible, but it's taking some time due to the increased number of emails that we have.
All right.
Please, when you have created a ticket, I have about 5 or 6 people there, and it's much easier.
All right. I'll create a ticket. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Peter.
Yes.
I think we still have some hands, but now maybe let's take about 2 or 3, and then we.
Yeah.
We have covered.
Evening, CEO.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you. Mr. CEO, I've got 2 questions quickly. I just want to find out, number one, we received those airdrops in our self-key and Venly. And those of us that still have them there, what is going to happen with them? Because I see in groups people are asking, some are saying they need to be moved to Weownomy Pay, and some are saying we should leave them there. But the last time I checked, you had said they were going to be used on our next payouts. So I just need clarity on what is to happen with those that we've already.
Yeah, let me. I think Nadel, what do you think? Should everyone move them to
in the case where people are still having the wheels on the self key as well as the Venly? Yes, I think what will happen eventually is at a time when we now say we have reached a stable position where people can trade, they will be able to move them to Latoken. But for safety purpose, if they are still safe in your Venly or the self key, yeah, you can keep them until now we say we can now allow everybody now to sell whatever they have, because other people are already moving them to buy them to the Latoken and selling, which is what we are discouraging for now. But yeah, you can simply keep them for now until you are told to move them. But we can also move them to Weownomy Pay, just that it's much expensive to move them. So I would suggest you keep them until you have received your payments, and then you can now move them into Weownomy Pay. Then they will be much safer there.
Okay, because it actually costs nothing to move them to Weownomy Pay.
Yeah, if it doesn't cost, then you can move them into the Weownomy Pay. There's an update that is coming up on Weownomy Pay, whereby they are going to integrate with Latoken to show the real-time value of the Weons, and then yeah, there are some updates that are coming up. So moving them to Weownomy Pay is also very, very important because it is now our wallet. So
yes.
I would suggest we move them there.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Okay, the last question, Mr. CEO. The 3 million airdrops that we received as our prize, are we still going to get that, or will it be?
Oh, those ones are the ones currently at Latoken Exchange. They're the ones we are going to use to pay our co-owners. So we have moved over 1.3 billion to Latoken Exchange.
Oh, okay.
So 1 billion is for the zero cost economy, and then the 300 is what the co-owners and the public are buying as per now.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much. Okay.
Evening,
Yes.
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good.
Yeah, my question that is in 2 parts is for Ntatele Tebele. I have made a group payment for myself and my 4 downlines. That is they are different. For myself, it's for 5 people. One of my downliners is 7, and the other is 5, the other is 3. But all of us, the amounts are in just one person who processed the payment with her email. Now, I would like to know, when are they going to be split so that others should also be in a position to get what they have paid for staking actually. And now I have written to the email of the office, payments, and I've created tickets. They have also done so, but nothing is moving. So I would like to know, because they made payments on the 22nd, now they feel I didn't do the right thing. I know with me, I did the right thing. It's just the office that hasn't maybe helped me out with my problem. The emails that I wrote or the queries that I have sent in, I wrote my name on top and the emails and names of the people whom I have paid for, and as well with my downliners. But I don't know whether will they ever be, or do I have to pay again for the individuals?
Yes, that I'm saying there's no need to pay again. Like I said, with the staking, we are receiving a very high number of issues that people are reporting, both on my email, on the help desk, as well as the live chat. And the team is trying, is trying their best to make sure that they respond to all the queries that come through. So the assurance, or the what can I say there? Yeah, the assurance is when you have made that payment, even if it might take some time to reflect on your dashboard due to the high number of issues that are being reported. On the list of, I have the spreadsheet here of all the staking payments that has come through. So that statement, that file that I have, it shows all the emails and the time those payments were received. So we have that record, even if due to the high number of issues that we are receiving, it might take time for it to reflect on your dashboard, but we do have that record. I just wanted to show it so that people can maybe know that we have a proper record of all those payments and the time they were received. That is why we are saying it will be much easier for us to say, if we process the payouts, we know who paid when, because we have the order numbers and everything. Let me just do this quickly.
Can I proceed with the second portion of the question?
Yes. So I have this spreadsheet. The looking fee here. We have the date the transaction was initiated. We have the time at which it was confirmed. We have the amount paid, whether it was paid in the cryptocurrency. We also have this part here that shows the names and the emails of people. So we have this record. This is just the whole document, but there is another one which we have filtered correctly for only taking the staking records. So I'm just giving the assurance that we do have this record. Yes.
Okay, the second part of my question is, there's another downline that I have paid for. She paid for 5 people, but she hasn't received the letter. I have written letters over there, but she doesn't get the proof of payment. I've even indicated at what time was the payment processed, And it was how much, because I didn't get a proper letter from altcoin trader that I could present on her behalf. But I didn't, actually she used her phone to create a ticket. So nothing is happening, and it's from the 2nd. I remember it was sent at 22 minutes past 4. But up to now, nothing is happening.
Yes, in the case where you haven't received the confirmation email that you have paid for your staking fee, there's probably maybe the email was typed incorrectly. Other than that, there is also a possibility that it went into the junk folder or the spam folder. You need to check those. In the case where
we're checking on them every day.
Yes, in the case where you know that you haven't received it, you checked all the folders. The probability is yes, the email was incorrect somehow, because normally people do misspell their emails. So that one you can still reach to support. They will have the issue attended. But another thing which I think is important to communicate with the current situation, where now our team is now handling a lot of issues that are coming through. We have a plan to increase to have more hands-on support to make sure that we are able to respond quickly and adhere to our SLA that we have presented to say. It shouldn't take you about more than a week or even up to 3 days before your ticket is answered. But now I've realized that the team is overwhelmed, and they really need some more hands to make sure that we respond quickly, because that is our goal. Our target is to make sure that we don't find ourselves now somebody spending over 2 weeks or so without getting any response from our team. So that one, we are also mobilizing it quickly to make sure that people get assistance that they need on time.
So what am I supposed to do for now?
Yeah, in the case where you have logged the query, you are sure that you send us all the details. Please just allow us some time. Tomorrow we have another meeting whereby I think the decision will be made to quickly get more hands. We already have people who have applied from our community. We can quickly train some of them. It's not even a difficult job to do. So we will try our best, because for now, even if you can write again, they're still overwhelmed. So my request is, let's just please allow the team just some time to make sure that they work on all the queries that has come through. And as the management will make sure that we also add more hands for quick response to everyone's query that is being reported.
No, thank you. Those were my questions.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, Ntatali Tebele.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And my name is Selani Petrusha Sokopi. I would like to thank the CEO for giving us a very good presentation. It was eye-opening. We thank him very much for that. I've got a question, actually. Maybe I missed an answer sometimes, I don't know. About concerning Weownomy Pay, are we still expecting Apple Store? Because I don't think we had any answer concerning that.
Oh, the Apple Store is still coming up. They had some issues with the app, because it was, I can say it's a misunderstanding, because they are classifying it under the wrong category for now. So we are still following up with them, but they have assigned somebody whom we can contact directly. So it's only on Friday when we get his contact details, where he said we can call him directly, and then we will now discuss and show them that the app at a stage where it is simply a crypto wallet and not a fully fledged payment gateway as they are interpreting it, because now they are requiring some licenses and all that. But we are actually at a stage where we have just a crypto wallet which is decentralized, which does not need any form of.
Oh, okay.
Immediately when that is resolved, I think they will have them to approve the app so that you can also be able to download it on your Apple device.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's been a worry because some of us, we had to buy new phones, but others, they are still waiting, who can't afford to buy another phone.
I would suggest that you don't buy the phone, because it's something that is going to be fixed quickly. You shouldn't rush into buying another device, whereas it's something that is going to be resolved quickly. I think by this week, that is starting from tomorrow, we might have something to provide immediately after that meeting with the evaluation board to explain to them, show them that the app is just a crypto wallet for now. These other features, when they come in, will also adhere to the policies that they have.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mr. CEO.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you, sir, for everything that you've done for us. We really appreciate. I think I missed up on the people that have already bought purchase on the coin and hold. Are they getting rewarded for the reward that you said they're gonna be rewarded also?
Yeah, the people who are purchasing wins and they hold them, yes, absolutely. So if you buy one, you'll get 3. So that means you have.
No, I've already bought. I think I bought on the first day. So do we fall on those rewards?
Yes,
or?
yes, absolutely. Provided you have that proof, and we're going to have an email for the buy wins, which will be created by Ndadeltebele, so that it will be easy for us to track and see that, and we can just direct the additional wins on your Weownomy Pay wallet, so that when the price is just going up very shortly, you should be able to benefit.
Thank you so much, sir. That was all.
Good evening. Good evening, Ndadeltebele and our CEO.
I'm good. How are you, man?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Yes.
This is the Moses lady. I introduced myself like that, yeah. No, I'm very again, say, you know,
you're a true soldier.
Yeah, you are always teaching us. Like you know, the Israelites, they were also making a lot of mistakes in the wilderness. I was talking last week. Because last week you were not available. I said we're making a lot of mistakes in the wilderness, but we are learning. I just want to apologize on behalf of everyone. I'm very, very sorry, because we know when God, I was saying to David, when God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. This thing of Weownomy, it took us by surprise. But if we are somebody who knows how God works, I was privileged to be who is actually taught by God.
Yes.
It's different from ours. You want to do something this way, and he will steer you to another direction. So, yeah, the way he does with Weownomy, but it's for our benefit. Like I said last week, he saw it. He is showing you that, okay, you want to take these people out of poverty. I'm using you, but the way you want to do it is not right. Now he's steering you towards this trading thing that we're not even not aware of it. So it's a bit difficult, but I'm so happy that God is giving us a very, very big future, which nobody can, is beyond the words that we can say. Our future is very bright, it's beyond the words. So we just would like to apologize because really we were very hungry when you came. You came to the very hungry people, and yeah, I'm sorry. Our top leader always said, "Don't come with your hunger here. Don't come with your hunger." Yeah, calm people down when people are saying, "Yeah, don't come with your hunger. Just listen." You know, her name is Pumzile. She's very good. She even today she was teaching a lot of people that the more you come with your hungry stomach, you will spoil this thing.
That's right. That's right.
Showing us that Weownomy is big, is bigger than the way we can even think about. So I'm so happy. Our mouths, our tongues, like the book of James is saying, our tongues. The tongue is so small, but it will burn everything. So burn our own business, you know. So for that, Mr. CEO, although I was not part of the complaining people because I understand God's ways. So
yes, absolutely.
I apologize. I've got also one question, and Mr. CEO, we thank you very much. We appreciate what you are doing for us. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
God's son, and don't doubt that. Please just forgive us for everything that we do to you. Just forgive us. Yeah.
That is understandable.
Someone in our group was paying on our behalf, and then I don't know, she sent me the proof of payment for staking, but all my downliners, the proof of payment went well, but mine didn't come well. But I have uploaded it on my back office and I've sent it to support that I didn't get. My back office is not reading received, it's still received, it's still written and not received, 000. So I don't know, but as you showed us here that we've got everything, all the numbers and everything, I should think it will come right. I shouldn't worry about it too much. It's zigalalacaroline@gmail.com. I've got the order number. I've sent it through to support. I think it will come right. I'm not worried about it. My downliner, most of them, all of them actually, they came right. But only mine didn't come right. So that's all it was just concerning me. But as you showed us, I think it will come right. Mr. Tebele.
Okay, on that one, in the case where you have paid your staking fee and you receive the confirmation, but when you check on your dashboard, it is still showing the status as not received. The thing is, we do push the the payments when they are received, but we are not doing that. We wait until we have quite a bigger number to push. So now we have just pushed around 10,000 payments that have been made. So I think I'll just follow up to see if they are done. Immediately when they are done, you should be able to see an update on your dashboard that now your payment was received. So in the case where you receive the email and you are sure that everything went well, you shouldn't worry much. It means we have your record. It's just a matter of now pushing it to the system.
Yeah, there is a proof of payment.
Yes, no, in that case, I think you shouldn't worry because we have received it.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the work we are doing, we appreciate. Yeah, please forgive us for sometimes, not understanding, but God knows we really appreciate. We are very happy for the work we are doing. I'm very grateful, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
I
think we have had enough. Let's call it a day in the Delta Berry. And we have a great week. And more updates will come within the week. Thank you. Bye.